You know, the funny thing in life, sometimes you are going to be forced to have those uncomfortable conversations that make people want to react and comment instead of listen to understand and comprehend and see how we can create changes. And I say that because on the internet right now, there's a serious banter between who are classified as feminists and who are classified as misandrists. And the thing is, including women and men, they don't seem to know the difference between that. Now, for example, I classify myself as a feminist, and being a feminist is trying to look for ways that women can coexist with men, be able to go to school in peace, be able to have jobs in peace and get paid accordingly, be able to just live life without always looking over your shoulders. Now, this is the benefits of the women who have come before us. You know the funniest part of life? You see how I sit down and speak to my people on the internet. Now, my page is more male than female. If not for the lives of the women who came before us, we would not have this luxury. Every room I entered, I would be forced to shut up and just sit in a corner and be silent. My voice wouldn't count. My ability to have gone to school wouldn't count. So I will forever praise those women that put their lives on the line and lost their lives in the process to give us the education and the freedom we have today. Then you have the misandrists, which those are women who either they've been through trauma or they've seen things that the normal eye just can't even speak about. Those are women that completely detest men. That is them. But there's a difference between them. I don't hate men. I want to live in a society where I'm not looking over my shoulder all the time. And like I say, a lot of people will listen to this conversation with the intent of coming back. Let me tell you what it feels like to be a woman. Because a lot of men will say, but this happens to us too. Or men go through a lot of things. Nobody's ever going to deny that. In life, you're going to go through challenges. Whether you're a man, child, woman, puppy, it doesn't matter. You will face those challenges. But when it comes to women, we are scared because you say we hate. We don't hate. We're afraid. And that's just the truth. We still have to get up and fund our lives and be educative or whatever the case might be. We still have to exist with those same challenges while still looking over our shoulder. There are amazing men in this world, and the sad part is I even have a very best friend that every time I tell him stories about what happened to a woman today or what happened, he's in shock because he lives in his world that he cannot understand how people can be this vicious. But let's take some examples, because I know a lot of men will come out and say, why do we choose the bear over the man? And this is one of them. The truth is, we do not know. We know that they are great men. We know when we talk about situations, we don't speak about all men. But the truth is, we would never know which are the good ones and which are not the good ones. Let me tell you one little story. In the last 2 years in the States, there were 4 different accidents that happened. There were multiple accidents, but there were 4 different accidents that there were women driving and they were in an unconscious situation. And what happened? The men or the man who stopped them in that moment, thank God for their dash camera, instead of him to rush them to the hospital or call an ambulance, he decided to take advantage of the situation. 4 different cases, 4 different men. Now, this is why we say we choose the bear, because the truth is, if I tell you I got scarred by a bear, and I heard this from OG Milan, if I tell you I have a scar and I show you from a bear, you would believe me. But if I tell you a man did something for me, you will question it. You will bring it down. You would turn the blame to me. You would ask me, but why were you there and what were you there? A lot of men commented about the hotel incident or who sent you to go to the hotel. Bruh, we act as if hotel is the only place bad things happen. You can be standing on the corner of the road. You remember that song, one corner, it happens. You could go to an office to see somebody that is about to give you a job, and guess what? It happens too. But not all men are bad. How do we know? There was a man also in the States. It was on the Crime Channel. He was the perfect husband. He was married to this woman for 10 years. And after 10 years, she miraculously something happened to her, she was unalived. It happened 3 different times before the sister of the last woman decided to look into it, and just to find out he did all that for her insurance. He had taken huge insurance on her head, and nobody knew, because guess what? He was the perfect guy. He never abused her, never spoke ill to her, had children with her. You just don't know who is who. So this is our fear. We don't know. Today, as of 2 weeks ago, there was a group of men in Ghana talking about how they were going to run a train on a girl, talking about who is going to take turns first. Imagine if that girl is your sister or your daughter. You don't know who is going to get attacked. And we think that, oh, it's just content, it's rage bait. But guess what? It happens. Let's not talk about the case in India where the American lady was attacked by a gang of people. It was exaggerated. They said 300 people. But the truth is, not one of them stood up and said, something ain't right. This ain't right. It doesn't feel right. Or let's not talk about the fact that even still in Nigeria, in some tribes right now, and in Gambia, they just passed a law that according to certain men, it is their rights to ask women to get mutilated there. Because I'm sorry, God did not take his time to create the perfect woman. He made a mistake and put certain parts to them, not understanding what's going to happen to those women in the future. You mutilate them, you take away their ability to feel. That means even you as a husband, every time you go there, it's hurtful, it is painful. It's like rubbing your nuts on metal. But you wouldn't understand that because you're a man. And it's fine. Let's not speak about in the North where till today, there's still little ones being married off to older ones. And we already know how that goes. Before your body has even gotten to the stage where it's matured enough to take certain things, you put them through that. But we shouldn't say anything. When we speak about rights of women, it's because we just want to live peacefully. I do not hate men, but I am afraid of them. If I find myself home alone and I have to fix something, I would wait. Or I will wait till there's someone around. That's not normal. You don't have to go through this on a normal day, but women do. And let's not even speak about the website that has almost 100 million views right now on teaching men how to hurt their female partners. Not just girlfriends, though, wives too. Let's not talk about those things. Let's not talk about the fact that till today, in the Igbo world in Nigeria, women are still not considered. If you do not have a male child, if you pass as a man, they say they have the rights, which apparently these laws are changing, but nobody really looks into it. They have the rights to come and claim everything you and your partner had worked for decades. And then you sit and ask women, why are they angry? Why can't we just get along? That's all I ask. You would get more respect and you would get more praises and you would get more love when women feel safe. And this is not undermining what men go through. It's not at all. But it's like, imagine yourself being afraid every single day, not knowing where to turn. As a female, you go to university, you can't even pass a class without certain lecturers demanding certain things. It is an everyday thing. The only time you feel safe is when you're in your home. And even then, sometimes you're not safe. I can sit and give you 1,000 reasons why. Let's not even forget how this started. The most educated women that were into healing from the beginning of time were classified as witches and were burnt to the stake because they couldn't understand why women will be that evolved. It's been tete. So when you see certain women angry, it's not necessarily because they've had their own personal trauma. It's just that, damn, we're in 2026 and we cannot be safe and we cannot be seen. And the worst part is that women feeling so unsafe, it's leading them to have very, very strange behaviors. Some of them, you will classify them as immoral, But look at the world now. You say we should act like our mothers of back in the day. Our mothers of back in the day suffered, and we are silent. And ask them today, they will tell you, don't act like me. Just think about it.